Hey, howdy, and welcome all to the Big and Bite Podcast. My name is Nick. This here next to me is James.
Howdy.
Well, guys, this is our Christmas episode, our festive Jingle Bells Christmassy episode. And so
After Christmas.
Yeah, it is after Christmas, certainly. We do hope you had a good Christmas. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But instead of talking about Christmas and Santa Claus and presents, we're going to talk about school shootings today.
Wait. What?
Did you not read the outline?
Did you actually send me an outline?
Yeah, I sent you
I
an outline.
thought you said you were going to BS.
No, I said I sent you an outline. We're talking about the school shooting. The school shooter, the one that was in Mansfield.
Well, he's already in house arrest. So,
James, your whole job on this podcast is to watch the news. And I know it's Christmas time, but you didn't watch the news?
no. I had no idea what you're talking about.
Dude's going back to jail.
Hold on. Give me a freaking second here.
Dude's going back to jail.
I said give me a second. Let me look at the dang email.
All right.
Oh, look at that. An email from Nick. This doesn't happen very often because he doesn't know how to use email. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Dude, Timberview shooter.
For those of you who remember the Timberview shooter.
Yeah.
Right? Timberview, which is
18-year-old male. Yep. Black.
18-year-old black male. For those of you who don't know, Timberview is a high school that is here in the DFW area. It's actually in the Arlington-Mansfield space.
Yeah.
They very recently had a school shooter. He hit 4 people. Put one in the hospital.
Don't forget, one was a pregnant woman that got hit and then walked away. She is still my superhero.
Dude, that's crazy. Pregnancy itself is a superhero. The ability to take a bullet and walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was walking off. I'm fine.
All right. Baby's inside going, we're good. Yeah. This ship's
and that
going
baby
right.
is going to be like the biggest UFC fighter ever.
Dude,
He's
ship's going right on going, man. It's like, let's go to Slam Town. Okay, here's the
I don't know what that is. We're just going to move on.
Oh, man. I'm the mayor of Slamtown.
Okay.
No.
So, this went for PG-13 now.
We're talking about fighting. We're talking about
fighting.
Sure,
just move on, Nick. Just move on.
A fight broke out, and shooter ended up opening fire and hit about 4 people.
Yeah.
He was put on bail. 75.
Released on bond. I do remember that part.
I don't know what the difference is. What's the difference between bail and released on bond?
He's released on bond. I remember that part.
What? You're the one that's supposed to know this information. What is the difference between somebody out on bail and released on bond? Is it the same thing?
Kinda, but no one really cares about the actual semantics between it. Basically, you still have to pay money. You still have to come back for a court date. That's basically it.
So the kid is out. He goes under house arrest. He's on a ankle monitor.
Right.
He's got to stay. He's got to basically stay at home.
Right.
He's not allowed to have firearms.
Stayed at his grandparents' house because his parents came out for the news, but he was living with his grandparents. And so it's like, well, we really care for our son. It's like
that was weird. That was
super
super weird.
I don't know the explanation for that.
Like,
maybe they work in a weird space and they want him to live with grandma at good schools or something.
Our son was bullied. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I remember he was bullied because he made too much money or he had too much nice stuff.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird. I mean, and I kind of understand it. Like, I kind of understand the logic of you're being bullied because you're too fancy.
Yeah,
but to that level, I don't get it.
Yeah, but again, why do I care? Because you're saying that this is all like November or December. I can't remember the day. It was like in the past.
But he's going back to jail.
What?
He going back to jail.
Hold on,
Keep reading. I put it in the outline.
Yeah.
So he said he had a urinalysis result indicating that he used a substance which was prohibited by his bond conditions. Right?
Oh. So he peed hot. Got it.
Peed hot. Now, we do not know what the substance was.
Wait, you didn't find that in the article?
No, it's not in the article.
Really?
It's not in any reports. Nobody's releasing what the substance was.
Okay, I see this here. A urinalysis result indicated he used a substance prohibited by his bond conditions. But doesn't say what.
Nope. None of the articles say what it was.
Probably Dallas Morning News couldn't figure it out. Star Telegram couldn't figure it out. NBC couldn't figure it out. No one figured it out. Okay.
Throw it a guess. What do you think it is?
Okay, he's 18.
Yeah.
And he's stuck at home.
Yeah.
Dude, that's weed.
It's cocaine.
What?
My guess is cocaine. I don't know for sure.
That's a hard one to hide, though, isn't it? I think you kind of get a little jumpy, don't you? I think
this guy's got the Escobar hookup, right? He needs to be doing better in school. He needs to be focused, right? So he just. And the other thing is, he didn't have to go to school anymore. I think he's like being homeschooled or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
So now you just be like, I got my homework done 2 days ago. He doesn't even know
I'm ready for the test.
I think that's what it is. I think he's.
No, okay, I see here. Like
I think he's got that Columbia.
You actually put a note that I would put. Thank you, Nick.
You are quite welcome.
You had to use local news sites because NPR and other people conveniently left out key information about this subject. I wonder why.
Well,
it's almost like they don't want to talk about a certain thing.
It's because if the shooter had been just a little bit lighter in the skin tone, they might have wanted to talk about it, and we might still be talking about it now.
Oh yeah, just like that car that magically in Wisconsin that magically drove itself through a Christmas parade.
An SUV drove through a Christmas parade.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the person behind that wheel, and we're certainly going to stop talking about it the day later because that really hurt our narrative.
Yeah, what was that? What town was that in Wisconsin?
Not Waukesha. Was it Waukesha?
Yeah, Waukesha.
I thought that's where the Rittenhouse thing went.
No, that was Kenosha.
Oh.
Kenosha is where Rittenhouse. Kenosha, by the way, beautiful city. Was a beautiful city.
Yeah.
It is
now it's got peacefully protested, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. It's all
get a fresh coat of paint.
It's a very beautiful ash heap at this point, I would assume. Guys.
So wait, okay, no, so he peed hot.
Yep.
I'm looking through this notes because Nick did not prepare me at all. Okay, so it says here, Thursday, a warrant was issued for his arrest, was in jail on Christmas Eve. Heck of a Christmas present, bro. Oh my gosh, stupid decisions get you in prison. Anyways, and, still in jail as of Sunday. I wonder if this is going to revoke some stuff.
I'm going to bet no.
You don't think it's going to revoke anything?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think he's going to stay in jail until he actually goes to court for this alleged four shootings?
No, because here's the deal. Then if he goes to jail at that point, and then let's say he's even convicted, right? Then he is another person in jail on a low-level drug charge.
Yeah.
We're going to ignore, and I'm telling you right now, from a media perspective, they're going to ignore the fact that that he has a prior, and the prior is a school shooting. It's just going to be just another statistic. He's just another kid that's in jail because of a, quote, low-level drug charge.
Well, whatever it is, because apparently no one figured it out. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, it was illegal. Okay?
Yeah.
So, no one cares about your pee unless you're applying for a job, most places. Playing some kind of sport in Texas, I know the UIL does a bunch of random drug testing. Or unless you're going to the military, because they care for obvious reasons. Or, oh, that's right, you're out of jail because you're on watch. Yeah, I think they care a little bit.
So he's taking
and so no one would have cared
analysis.
Until you shot 4 people. Which, by the way, dude brought a gun to school. We're forgetting that whole thing. We're talking about just the actions of what he did. You still brought the gun to school. Yeah. A fight may have broken out and caused him to feel the need for the gun. Gun still in backpack.
Yeah.
So the
premeditation.
Premeditation. I want to say predestination just to really mess with you, but I'll go premeditation.
Premeditation. You should have learned that in law school.
I've never gone to law school. This is an ongoing joke. I've never once attended law school, so thank you, Nick, for keeping that going.
Yeah.
But yeah, you already had the thought process going, and then you brought it out. You were just looking for a reason. Mm-hmm. And yeah, then you peed hot. So, revoke. I mean, completely revoke.
It should be revoked. I'm telling you, it's not going to be revoked.
But it's in Tarrant. Tarrant is not a fun county to get caught doing something you should be doing, by the way. They usually will put the screws to you. Denton County is even worse, especially when it comes to DWIs. You are not getting off for DWI.
Tarrant County is where they got the horses that whipped the migrants.
Oh, yeah. That was a great media frenzy there.
That was a lot of fun. But strikingly absent a media frenzy here. The real question is, you're under house arrest. You're wearing an ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Where did he get this stuff?
The substance?
Yeah, because I mean, I know that if I was in high school, if I brought cocaine to my house, my parents would certainly know.
Yeah, I think it's hard to hide cocaine, especially the actions after you do the cocaine.
Especially if you do it Scarface style.
Oh yeah, just the salt shaker.
Yeah.
I just like salt, Mom. Why are you getting mad? I have to say a friend or something brought it to him, or maybe the grandparents?
Maybe the grandparents. I'll tell you what.
I just don't see a parent actually doing that. I know there's movies that are like, I'm the cool mom, I'm the cool dad. No, real parents don't do that.
Parents know. Grandparents, 100%. I will tell you, the older people get, and maybe this is just a white person thing. The older people get, the more into drugs they get.
Well, yeah, because you keep it more. It's not. It's one of those like, well, I had the pain pill and I was good after day 1. I'm gonna keep the rest of these 10 pain pills for a really bad day.
I know so many gummy loving granddads out there. I'm telling you, the grandparent. If he's staying with his grandparents, 100%.
Right, but they may think it's okay for them, but if your kid or your grandson is out about to have an actual case, you're probably going to be like, yeah, I'm going to watch you pretty hard because I don't need you even having a beer. Don't give them a reason to put more screws into you. You're kind of already screwed yourself. Don't do it worse.
It's absolutely
And then he literally shot himself in the foot with cocaine.
With cocaine.
I don't know. Can you shoot cocaine?
He didn't literally. She might have literally shot somebody else in the foot. But
allegedly.
As far as shooting himself,
Allegedly, when I was caught with a gun and everybody saw it, but allegedly.
I'm still going cocaine. I'm still saying it's the Escobar hookup. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm worried about like how to get the substance. That's a big question I have for me. I do think the violation is enough to revoke this current situation he's in, where he's allowed to stay at his home under GPS. I think it's going to revoke it, but I just really want to show how this is obviously. He obviously didn't have a privilege because, there's no privilege whatsoever because, the news is all talking about, oh, never mind. They know all this, okay, so there's totally not a privilege.
Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
This is the facts, guys.
I wonder what would make him have this privilege.
There was a decided lack of a media frenzy over this, and it just, especially those of us who this is very close to.
Because it ruined your narrative. That was a really terrible Trump.
That Trump was worse than my Fauci. Here's the thing, especially for those of us
I can do the best, that's about it.
Who this is close to. It matters, right? It matters when people are shooting up our schools and people are refusing to cover it because there's got to be some broader narrative that they don't want to cover, right? That's something we got to be thinking about. But the reality is, friends, it's Christmas, right? Or it was Christmas. We're still in the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
We haven't reached Epiphany until January 6th, right? And so this is still the Christmas season. Fun fact, this is when you should actually start listening to Christmas music. So many Christians nowadays are listening to Christmas music during Advent, right? But Advent leads up to Christmas, and then Christmas leads into Epiphany.
I'm so tired of Christmas music.
That's where the 12 days of Christmas come from. So you should be listening to Advent music, things like O Come, Emmanuel, Come Thou Long Expected Jesus, Advent songs that are about waiting and longing and mourning. Then you play Christmas music after Christmas.
No, I'm glad my Sirius XM updated, and I was like, oh, no more Christmas station. Good, I don't have to listen to it with my wife anymore.
It's supposed to work. But we are in the 12 days of Christmas, and during the 12 day of Christmas, we want to ask, how did your Christmas go? James, how'd your Christmas go? What'd you do?
I peacefully protested as Santa, so that's burned down.
That's burned down.
Peacefully protested another Santa. He's allegedly dead.
You're just going around burning Santa.
Okay. Peacefully protesting. Get it right, Nick. All right. No, me and my wife and our son went to my parents' house in East Texas, and it was fun. We actually had a good time. My wife, my dad all got to shoot some guns. We shot skeet. That was awesome. Great way to celebrate Christmas. I have a bruise because I went 2 days in a row, and I used pretty hot rounds instead of birdshot for a little while. And so
Using buckshot or slugs?
We were using like 2 and 3, and then my dad was like, "Yeah, you can't use that out here. It's supposed to be like 7.5 and up." I was like, "Oh, well, too late now."
I was joking about the slugs. You can't shoot skeet with slugs.
You could try if you're really good at aiming.
It is very against the law to do that.
We're at a gun range by ourselves. Good luck.
It's very against the law to do that. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, this guy worried about laws.
Is that what you did? That's all you did?
Well, yeah, we did that. We had some good fun. We got to see my grandparents. My son got to meet some of my family that he hasn't met before yet, and he had a great time. He had a successful Christmas. He actually had a truck that's similar to one I see that you have for your son over there. That's what kind of got my eye.
Yeah.
My son and our sons got the same kind of trucks. They love them.
Oh, yeah.
He got to ride in them because I just got to put a string on it, and I started pulling them, having a good time with it. He was loving it. He was like, I was pushing it. Now this is even better. I can sit in this and get pulled around. Dad, this is awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, we had a successful Christmas. So we had a good time. We're going to go down to see my wife's family here in a couple days to go see my nephew who's in town. He's from the Coast Guard. He's on leave, so we're going to see him, which is kind of cool. So we kind of get to see both for Christmas, or see one we haven't seen in a while because he's been training, and COVID's kind of prevented him from getting a chance to leave. So I actually get to see him, and my son gets to meet him, finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my Christmas. It was pretty bland, obviously.
Dude, I'll tell you.
I got a crap ton of stuff. I have so much stuff I have no idea what to do with.
So this is my second Christmas with my son, right?
Yeah.
This is your first Christmas with yours, right? This is the second Christmas with my son, but it's my first Christmas. Because my first son's first Christmas, he was very, very young, right?
Yeah.
But my first Christmas was just kind of us, and we happened to have a baby. Whereas this one it's all about him, right?
Yeah.
So dude made out like a bandit, right? He got a massive fire truck. He got he got several other little trucks, and kid loves trucks, right? We got him a bike. Went straight over the handlebars.
Yeah, he showed me that video. It's pretty funny. He was like, "Stop, boom!"
But other than that, it was just kind of a chill.
But he got up like a champ, though. He may have tumbled over. He was like, "What's up, Dad?"
I know.
He's kind of good up, little stutter.
He's fearless, man. Fearless little kid. I'm terrified. Like every time he takes a step out of anywhere, I'm terrified. But
when my son was walking, and my parents had we ate on their driveway. Because it was an easy way to pull out tables and stuff there, and it was 80 degrees, so we eat outside.
Yeah.
And every now and then he'd like kind of stand up. He could take a step, and he's like, screw this, I'm better at crawling. So he goes back to crawling. But he'll stand up, and he's on the concrete. I'm like he's like wobbling. Oh, buddy, just wobble to your butt. Don't wobble all the way back, because I can't make that weeble wobble come back up. You're dead.
My son lay down in the grass, right? So we've got our grass, our yard outside, and we have a concrete pathway that walks up to our door. Mm-hmm. My son's laying down, face down in the grass, kind of wiggles up to the concrete, puts his face on the concrete like this, and then he goes, and like motorboats the concrete, and he's got this massive gash under his lip now. And I don't know what to tell the kid, because I'm not sorry for you.
Yeah.
Like, you messed up. What do you want me to
Actions have consequences,
what do you want me to do?
I love you,
so sad.
but your actions have consequences.
Oh, man. But yeah.
Sorry about you.
Other than that, man, we had a great Christmas. Really enjoyed this season. This is my favorite season, as long as people celebrate it properly, which means starting after Thanksgiving. I'm really happy about it. So
yeah. See, okay, that's one of the biggest issues, especially in our life group for our church. Side note, we go to church together. It's really weird, because some people are like really about it, like, dude, October's over, let's do this.
Let's do Christmas.
And me and my wife are sitting there going, no, after Thanksgiving. It's like, well, why would you wait? Because there's two different holidays.
There is a protocol. There is a system.
Yeah.
And you are violating that system.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
also, okay, side note, do you have turkey on Christmas?
On Christmas? Not usually. We have before.
Yeah, but it's not really a staple.
No.
What is it?
See, this is the thing, is Christmas actually gives you a lot more play than Thanksgiving does, right? Thanksgiving is a set meal, right? It includes things. It doesn't include other
includes
things.
macaroni and cheese,
no,
yeah.
It does not include macaroni and cheese. It includes it. Right? You can have macaroni and cheese at Christmas. I have no problem with that.
Of course.
You can't have it at Thanksgiving.
You
because
both.
It's
a great side.
The point is that if you want to have turkey at Christmas, welcome to. For me, it's either ham or rib roast.
What's rib roast?
Rib roast is like a big thing of roast beef, like prime rib.
Okay.
Right? It's basically that.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
You wouldn't eat rib roast at my house because I have a medium rare rib roast. Like
it's not done. You need to cook it a little longer.
Right? No, I don't.
It's not cooked yet.
And if I get a ham, my dad...
Would you cook that medium rare too?
No, I don't cook a ham medium rare. That's disgusting.
Well, so is it with beef.
The fact is, if I have a ham, I usually buy a fresh ham and I smoke it myself. Especially if I'm going up to Colorado where my dad is. He's got this really big smoker, and we'll usually smoke.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't just go out to the field over there over the way and start killing some hogs. But all right, there's one.
Yeah, just bury them in a big pit in the ground. Wrap them in banana leaves.
Yeah, do it the old style way.
That's
put an apple in the mouth.
Dinner. But I've had goose for Christmas. Goose is very good.
What about tamales?
No.
Okay, that's a Texas thing. Tamales are awesome.
Tamales are fantastic.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like the main meal, but it's definitely a sweet side.
You don't have tamales for Christmas. You can have tamales for Navidad, but you can't have them for Christmas.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing. One's Spanish.
Yeah.
It's the only difference.
Have you ever been to a Navidad party?
No. I'm white.
Very different than a Christmas party. It usually happens on a front yard. They usually have Corona, and they have like...
Okay, now I need to go to these parties.
Awesome. These are a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome. White people have a stupid Christmas here. That sounds a lot better than ours.
The fact is, friends, Christmas is fantastic. Texas is amazing. And the stars at night
are big and bright.
We'll see you next time.